Everyone, let us now discuss the first property for LTI system, commutative property. We know that commutative, so whenever we exchange A and B, the multiplication, the product remains the same. Similarly, let us try to apply this commutative property for convolution. We have studied convolution both in continuous and discrete time domain. So here also we will try to apply this property for convolution in both domains. According to this property, the convolution in both continuous and discrete time, they are commutative. It means that the convolution of x and h signals, even if you exchange the signals, both are equal. X of n convolved with h of n is equal to h of n convolved with x of n. And similarly for continuous time, replace n by t. So this is the definition of commutative property. If you exchange both the signals in convolution, the output remains the same. So the proof for this property, let us start with the discrete time LTI system. Assume that we have input x of n and the impulse response h of n. Then the output y of n is given by x of n convolved with h of n, which is given by summation k from minus to plus infinity x of k h of n minus k. This is the definition of convolution sum. We have taken this formula for help while solving the problems. Now, to exchange the signals, we must exchange these brackets. Whatever the terms are there in the brackets, they need to be exchanged. For that, let us assume n minus k. Put this as some variable, say m. Okay. Put n minus k as m. If you do that, you are substituting n minus k as m. But what about k? From this, try to find out what is k. K is equal to k, take it to that side, take m to this side, n minus m. K will become n minus m. Put n minus k is equal to m, k will become n minus m. So substitute that here, summation. What will be k is equal to? K is n minus m. Actually, we have one more step here. Instead of k, we need to use n minus m. N minus m from minus infinity to plus infinity, and first variable is x of k. What is k? N minus m, and h of, we have substituted just now as m. Okay, intermediate step. Now, what is the variable? When one signal has variable k, limit is k. So when we have one variable as m, the limit should be for m. So just put all others on the other side and put only m on this side. M is equal to minus infinity. Take n to that side. It will become minus n, whatever. And here also infinity minus n. Both limits. Okay. And same. H of m, x of n minus m. This remains the same. Now, m range, whatever is added or subtracted to the infinity will become infinity only. That's why the next step will be summation m is equal to minus to plus infinity, because whatever you add or subtract in the infinity, it becomes infinity itself. And h of m, x of n minus m. It is looking like you have two signals, x of n minus m, h of m. Just see, in earlier case k was the variable, in this case m is the variable. Whatever may be the variable, original signals x and h are same. Now try to formulate this equation in terms of convolution. First signal and second signals shift. First signal, second signals shift. first signal is h, second signal is x. So put first signal h, second signal x. Earlier first signal was here, shift was here, but this time it is getting exchanged. Second signal here and first signal here. So hence you started with x convolved with h, you ended with h convolved with x. So even if you exchange both the signals, you will get the same answer. Hence convolution is commutative. This is for discrete time. Let us now go for the continuous time. Similarly, let us assume that we have a signal, input signal x of t and impulse response h of t. Then output is given by x convolved with h, which is integration x of tau h of t minus tau d tau. This formula we have already used while solving the problems. Now just like the previous case, here also we want these brackets to be exchanged. For that, put this inside bracket with some other variable. Say t minus tau is equal to m. Then what will be d tau? Differentiate this. D tau will become, here minus d tau will become dm. This minus sign you can take it here. So d tau will become minus dm. Okay, when you differentiate it. So substitute it, integration, one negative sign will come, x of tau. What is tau from this equation? Try to find out. What is tau? Tau is equal to t minus m. From this equation, tau you can find out, x of t minus m, h of t minus tau we have substituted as m, and d tau as minus dm, minus we have already considered here, minus dm. This is the integration. Again simplify it. First signal, shift of second signal. M is the variable. Here tau was the variable. However, the signals remains the same, x and h. So first signal h convolved with second signal x. We started with x and h, we ended with h and x. So even if you exchange the input and the impulse response, output will remain the same. That is, your convolution is commutative, both in a discrete as well as continuous time. Thank you.